We are not one of the some 50 people that still are able to get this right. God bless them and good luck as it keeps moving on because there's a lot of possibilities. But it's almost become easier to figure out with who we now have in the quarterfinals, who's going to move on to the semis. I will start myself. I believe OG will take down the Flash Wolves. They will move on, and they will be facing SKT as they take down AHQ. On the bottom half of the bracket, I feel like Fnatic will be able to take down Edward Gaming, even though both teams have had some follies, and Fnatic will be facing off against KT Rolster after they take down KU. Moving on from that, I do have my finals becoming SKT versus Fnatic, which I think actually a lot of people are going to have. Phreak, what are you looking at?
NA, stick together. Pride on that one. Exactly the same roster. Origin for Flash Wolves. I think it really depends on if Soaz can tilt and or if Maple can crush Xpeke, but that's the two big bets to watch for me. SG or AHQ, I think this is like 95-1 odds right there. Like, this is very hard for AHQ, so maybe they can live up to their inner TPA and do it anyway. Fnatic over EDG is also very close. Depends if EDG shows up. The EDG from the group stage where they got trounced by SKT, or the one where they won MSI. It just depends which Edward Gaming shows up, if they can figure out to go to the top lane. And finally, KT Rolster over KU. It was very close last time in the Korean playoffs. Went to 5 games. Maybe it'll go to 5 here, but it feels like KT Rolster are playing really strongly. Advancing from there, SKT over Origin, I think pretty strongly. They'll drop at most 1 game. Fnatic over KT, I think will happen. I just believe in Fnatic actually showing up very strongly. But ultimately, SKT probably wins the whole thing. Sad for Europe.
All right, Monte.
So for me, I think we're going to agree on all of these quarterfinal matchups. I think it's going to be Origin. Could be a close game against Flash Wolves, but considering they play the map better, I think that they're going to take that win. SK Telecom, nothing more needs to be said. We have the Fnatic Edward Gaming. I don't think EDG can fix their top lane jungle synergy problems and their lane swap problems in a week. So Fnatic should take a close one. They may get outplayed on an individual basis in a game or two, but they should win the series. And then finally wrapping it up, again, KT over KU, repeating that last best of 5 performance, though it could be another close one. Now here is where we're going to disagree, all right?
All right.
AHQ over SKT.
SKT over Origin. Pretty smooth sailing into the finals for SKT. KT over Fnatic. I really like the Someday Huni matchup. Sunday's been so stable. Huni's been a bit wishy-washy in that top lane. I think they've got what it takes to make the first ever All-Korean World Championship final. It is the destiny of this tournament to get there again.
We will see. Krepo, finish us off.
To save some time here on the quarterfinals, I'm just going to quote Sneaky and say same. I definitely agree with all of you guys.
Perfect.
But for me, thank you very much. I think Fnatic's going straight to finals. They will actually become the second team in history to beat the Koreans in a best of 5 overall. And if Monte disagrees, to ease his pain, when Fnatic does get to the final, I'll just buy you a cheeky Nando's.
All right. All right. And of course, spoken from the man himself, the one guy who has ever beat a Korean team in a best of 5.
I actually had to ask Monte right before this segment. I was like, has anybody ever beaten these guys?
I was like, yeah, you did. You beat them.
Okay.
Najim Blacksword champions back all the way in 2012 in the semifinal to make the final.
Yeah. And then we won that best of 3 in the final. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I remember.
I watched that live.